I've been a language and communication teacher for many, many years. And as someone who speaks multiple languages, has studied many languages, and has lived in different countries around the world, I completely 100% understand the fear of speaking in another language. The good news is that anyone can overcome this fear, which is very similar to the fear of public speaking, or commonly known as stage fright. Sound familiar? So today I'm giving you awesome strategies to help you get over your fear of speaking English. And you can use these strategies in any situation where you're speaking English. These techniques will help you in casual social settings as well as formal business settings. So let's get right to it then. Visualization. Visualizing is when you imagine a positive outcome. So imagine a situation where you are speaking English and think about the details. Who are you speaking to? Where are you? What's the location? What are you wearing? How do you feel? How do you sound? And imagine the small details if possible. Visualize the situation going really well. And don't give in to that negative self-talk and any feelings of doubt that might be coursing through your mind, because that is the quickest way to feel down on yourself and insecure, right? By talking yourself into that mindset. So instead, try to get excited. See it as an opportunity to practice your English and use vocabulary that you want to use. It works really well to also give yourself a pep talk before or even during the conversation. So pep talk is when you tell yourself that it's going to be a great conversation, that you're going to learn from it, that you're going to have fun, that you're going to build a connection with this person, and then try to have fun and enjoy it. You can even find a mantra or a phrase that means something special to you, and you can say it to yourself over and over, and that will help put your mindset in a positive frame of mind. So some of examples of this are, I got this. I'm going to do great. I'm going to share amazing information that will add value to this person's life. You can also choose an expression or a phrase that's in your native language and say that to yourself before speaking in English, because that can be a good pep talk, especially if you're really nervous or afraid, or maybe it's a high stakes meeting. So this is the way to get yourself in the right mindset. You have more time than you think. You have time. So don't feel like you need to rush through what you want to say or speak really, really fast. When you speak slower or even at an average speed, you actually build in time to think about what you're going to say. And we talked about thinking time in another lesson. You also give time to the other person to process the information that you shared. When we get nervous and we let panic take over, we're not thinking. Blurting out sentences or forgetting to think before we speak are very much avoidable by building in that thinking time that you actually have. When you're in the middle of a conversation, especially if you are speaking in your second or third or fourth language, which might be English, even a slight pause, an inhale, a moment of brief silence can feel like an eternity. I know, but you should know and be comforted by the fact that you actually have time. So use it to buy yourself some thinking time. Think about what you're going to say. And the people that you're speaking with will also appreciate your taking the time to speak logically and slowly so that they can follow along more easily. So I want you to feel confident in knowing that you can pace yourself. This will also prevent you from hyperventilating and freaking out and breathing way too quickly that you set yourself into panic mode, which we absolutely don't want to get into. It also prevents you from rambling nonsensical phrases, which the listeners will have a hard time unraveling. So take your time and use that time to think clearly, speak clearly, and have the audience and the listeners follow along. Keep perspective. Oprah Winfrey, who's a seasoned public speaker and TV personality, has been credited with saying, nervousness is a selfish emotion. So we don't want to be selfish, right? To do this, we want to keep perspective about the reason we are talking to the person in the first place. Why are we having this conversation? Most of the time, you're there to add value. You're not there to be judged of how you speak or if you have an accent or if your grammar is 100% perfect. You have nothing to worry about. And you might even find that you have better grammar than some of the people that you interact with anyway. So focus on the content of your message and on your listeners, because this will alleviate a lot of the pressure that you might be feeling to perform well and speak perfectly. The reality is everyone's just thinking about themselves. So it's really not about you. Sure, people might quickly judge your appearance or evaluate your outfit or make other judgments, but at the end of the day, what's going to earn their respect is the quality of the content that you can deliver. This is the value. This is what they'll spend time wanting to listen to. Just knowing that fact can decrease the stress. So make it about them. Prepare. One of the best ways to feel confident and lower speaking anxiety is to prepare. Know what you want to say or what you want to share. You don't necessarily have to be an expert or a subject matter expert, but if you're speaking about a subject that you're expected to know well, right, something that you studied in school or have a degree in, then you really do want to go that extra length to prepare. You can also prepare short stories or anecdotes that help you make your point and other details that you would like to share in that talk or that meeting. And you can prepare a few talking points on topics that are of interest to you and to the listener if it's not anything specific that you want to talk about. But if what you're sharing requires research, then do that ahead of time, right? Let's say you're talking in a meeting, then you should probably have some notes that you can refer to or a logical outline of points that you're going to make and examples that you would like to share. Ben Franklin once said, by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. Yeah, I know it sounds harsh, but it's the truth. And the reality is that the stress that you feel is 100% avoidable by preparing yourself. It's one of the best ways to set your mind at ease before you have that conversation or speak in that meeting in a language that might not be your native one, right? I know that there are going to be butterflies in your stomach for sure, but instead of a million butterflies, right, stress levels way high, there might be only 3 or 4 butterflies. And then you can use that to channel stress into performance energy. You can decide how many butterflies you want flying around your tummy. The good news is that you, my friend, are in control of your stress levels, and you can train your mind to be more comfortable and at ease speaking in English. So start with those strategies to help calm your nerves down before speaking in English in any type of setting. Everyone gets nervous in new or unfamiliar social situations and when speaking a foreign language. You are most definitely not alone with experiencing this type of stage fright and social anxiety. But with practice, I can assure you, and with time, you'll notice that your nervousness eases or it might even disappear altogether. So that should be really exciting news and want you to get to keep practicing. I hope these techniques are helpful. Let me know what your favorite strategy is, the one that works best for you. And can you think of any other ways to calm your nerves down and get into a calm state of mind before speaking in English? What do you do to manage stress levels? Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next lesson where we're going to continue advancing your English. Bye for now.